present Kenneth Williams, Derek Nimmo, Clement Freud and Sheila Hancock in Just a Minute. And as the minute waltz fades away, here to tell you about it is our chairman, Nicholas Parsons.
Thank you very much indeed, and welcome once again to Just a Minute, and of course a very warm welcome for these four scintillating players of the game, who once more I'm sure are going to enjoy themselves entirely for your pleasure and try and play Just a Minute, in which they will all try and speak at different times, we hope, on some unlikely subject that I will give them without hesitation, without repetition, and without deviating from the subject. The others may challenge them if they think they're guilty of doing any of these particular things, and if I agree with the challenge, they will gain a point, and if I disagree, they will give a point away. That's the way we play, that's the way we score, and let us begin this particular show with Clement Freud. Clement, the subject that dear Messiter has thought of for you is demonectomy. So, can you talk for just a minute on demonectomy, starting now?
In O'Connell Street in Dublin, the...
Derek Nimmo has challenged. Why?
Hesitation.
Yes, there was a definite hesitation, yes, and therefore I agree with your challenge. The subject matter obviously completely inhibited Clement. You take over the subject with a point to yourself, Derek, and there are 55 seconds left for demonectomy, starting now.
In one of the darker and more gloomy parts of Hades, I was wandering alone amongst...
Clement Freud, you've challenged. Why?
Deviation.
Why?
It's still alive.
You don't believe it?
He could well have been wandering. He could well have been wandering. He could well have been wandering in a dream or a nightmare.
You didn't mention that.
It didn't. He had only just
It was
started.
a statement of fact.
According to the way I see it, yes, and that fact could have been a dream. So he could not necessarily deviating from the subject. Therefore, I disagree with the challenge. Derek Nimmo gains another point and keeps the subject with 48 seconds left. Demonectomy starting now.
And in my dream, there came towards me a man with a forked tail and a cloven hoof. And as he drew nigh, this demon necked at me.
Repetition, he said demon twice. Said it before and said it just now.
He said, did he say?
I said the subject on the card.
He said actually demonectomy, and he did say demon. That's right.
You
said
did. You
demon
said it first
twice.
time.
I know, I said this demon necked at me.
Yes, and you also said demon. So, Kenneth, you were listening very well, and you gain a point and the subject, and there are 38 seconds left for demonectomy starting now.
This word, of course, means to have one cut out of you. Like appendectomy, which is your appendix cut out, a demonectomy means to have a demon cut out of you.
Derek Nimmo, you've challenged.
Well, the same challenge, repetition of demon.
Derek, I agree with your challenge. You gain a point, and there are 25 seconds left for demonectomy starting now.
I suppose the most classic case of this happened in St. Matthew's Gospel when Jesus Christ cast the demons into swine and sent them tumbling over a cliff. This was a very interesting...
Clement Freud, why have you challenged?
Deviation. That is not ectomy.
No, it's not cutting out, that is casting out.
Yeah.
And it was a religious way it was done. It is not done by surgery, and I would
Oh, brilliant! Yes! No flies on you, Nick. No flies on you.
No, I
you
used
know
to
your
sit actually.
stuff.
Thank you very much. Kenneth, you overwhelm me. Clement, you have the subject. You've gained a point. There are 12 seconds left for demonectomy starting now.
And in the capital city of Era, there lives this family called Oectomy.
Sheila Hancock, you've challenged.
Hesitation?
Yes, I agree. I'm sure Clement's getting to something absolutely fascinating, but he can't quite find the words to get there. I agree with the hesitation, Sheila, so you gain a point and you speak up for the first time on the subject of demonectomy with 8 seconds left, starting now.
Tell you what?
Clement Freud, you've challenged.
Hesitation.
No, I disagree. Sheila Hancock has another point, and there are 7 seconds left for demonectomy, starting now.
So you are taken into hospital and a needle is put into your arm and you are given pethidine, and when you are under, a mask is...
When 60 seconds is up, Ian Messiter blows his whistle, which, and whoever is speaking when the whistle goes gains an extra point. In this case, it was Sheila Hancock, who now at the end of that round has no, she's equal in the lead with Derek Nimmo. They both
Well,
have
I'll
3
make the
points.
most of that because I don't think I've ever been in the lead before.
You won once, I think, Sheila.
Have
You've
I?
done jolly well, yes. Don't be so modest about your ability in the game. Kenneth Williams, will you begin the next round for us? The subject is getting ready to go out. Will you talk for just a minute on that, starting now?
My mother always said to me, the first thing to remember is put your clean underwear on. Because if you're ever caught in an accident and they undress you and find your dirty underwear, what will they think of you and your background, which is very true, even to this day. So first thing I do is to check that part of the clothing. Then, of course, we have to have the handkerchief and the odd accoutrement that might come in handy on the journey, so to speak. Check the front door, check the water supply.
Clement Freud, you challenge. Why?
2 checks.
He's been checking rather a lot, yes. I agree with your challenge, Clement, so you take over the subject, having gained another point, and there are 26 seconds left for getting ready to go out, starting now.
One of the things that takes longer than most is combing my hair.
Sheila Hancock, why have you challenged?
Deviation. I just don't believe that. Looking at Clem's
looking
hair.
at him, I couldn't believe it would take you longer than anybody else. You might decide to take longer, but Can you explain to us, Clement, why it takes you longer?
Oddly enough, the less hair you have, the longer it takes to comb. I mean, in the old days when I had as much hair as,
Nicholas Parsons.
Yes. It was a straightforward thing.
Well, I am not going to judge.
It's really, ask any bald man, woman or child in the audience.
I can't ask all the bald men and women and child and children to vote on this, but as it is obviously very difficult to judge if you're not, if you have as little hair as Clement Freud, I will let you be the judge whether you think it takes longer to comb a partially bald head or not. In other words, if you agree with Sheila's challenge, will you please cheer? And if you disagree with her challenge and you're on Clement Freud's side, will you please boo? And will you all do it together now? Well, all I can say, the cheers kept it up the longest. So I have to give it to Sheila Hancock, who has much more hair than Clement Freud. She takes over the subject of getting ready to go out, and there are 18 seconds left, starting now.
It usually starts with a darn great row with whoever I'm going out with, because I am inclined to forget things, and I several times go outside and come back again. I have to fill my handbag with my powder compact, my lipstick, my keys. Then I have to put a clean handkerchief in my pocket, like Kenneth Williams, but usually I come...
Once again, Sheila Hancock was speaking when the whistle went, so she gains that extra point, and she has jumped into a commanding lead of 2 over all the others at the end of that round. Derek Nimmo, will you begin the next round? Slips. That is the subject. Will you talk to us about slips for 60 seconds, starting now?
When I am getting ready to go out, I always first of all put on my slip.
Sheila Hancock, why do you challenge?
Deviation.
Why?
Well, it's supposed to be kinky. He can't wear a slip.
Well, he may be kinky. He might wear even more kinky.
Show us your slip, then. Go and prove it.
No, Derek, please! Whether you have one or not, he is not technically deviating from the subject on the card. So,
right.
Derek, however kinky it may sound, please
Well, I
continue.
want him to go on anyway, because I want to see what else he puts on.
Well, I disagree with the challenge, so Derek gains a point, and there are 55 seconds left for slips, starting now.
Once when skating on the round pond in Kensington Gardens, when it was frozen in a July morning.
Clement Freud, why do you challenge?
I don't believe that.
I quite agree. I don't believe it was ever frozen in a July morning.
Or afternoon.
Or afternoon, yes.
You have no imagination, eh?
No, I'm not going to give you your imagination. I think I could have given you before, not on this one. So, Clement Freud, you gain a point, and you take over the subject of slips, and there are 48 seconds left, starting now.
I well recall when playing cricket at Wembley Park, the captain approached me and said, "Where will you field?" And I said, "Anywhere, as long as it's close to you." And he was fielding in the slips, which is how I became to be a wicket-keeper. The bowler took the ball and thundered down to the crease, delivered...
Derek, why do you challenge?
He's not talking about slips now. He's talking either about cricket or wicket-keeping, but not talking about specifically about the slips.
No, he isn't. He went on to wicket-keeping, he went on to bowling, and that is not the slips. So, Derek...
If you don't bowl, the ball will never come to the slips. You have no imagination.
Derek Nimmo, I agree with your challenge. You take over the subject of slips, and there are 26 seconds left, starting now.
I think there's a tremendous amount of truth in the saying there's many a slip between cup and lip. You have only to look at the way I am lifting this cup at this moment.
Clement Freud, why do you challenge?
Second cup.
You gain a point, and there are 16 seconds left for slips, starting now.
Before I get ready to go out and brush my hair...
Sheila Hancock, why do you challenge?
Deviation. He's talking about the last subject. Or the subject
Well, he
before
could still, he hadn't got going. He could well have been going into the slips.
Right.
He could well have been going to feel in the slips and combing his hair for that purpose. There are 12 seconds left for the slips, Clement, starting now.
My brush slips, and the needles impine themselves in my scalp, which is terribly painful.
Kenneth Williams, why have you challenged?
Deviation, there's no such thing as impining.
Have you got a diction with you, Investigator? Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, do you think such a word as impining? If you do, cheer, and if you don't, boo. All do it together now, please. So you have another point, and you have 5 seconds left for slip, starting now.
Such impinction causing me...
Kenneth Williams, you've challenged. Why?
You said impinction. There's no such word.
I have decided
No,
there is
no.
such a word as impine.
Yes, but there's no past tense impinction. Kenneth Williams, you have the subject now. There are 3 seconds left for slip, starting now.
I had to wear somebody else's slip once in this show in Southeast Asia.
Clement Froy, why have you challenged?
The subject is slips.
Yes, but it was one of these many slips that he was wearing. So he's all right. He has another point, and he keeps the subject. There's 1 second left for slips. Kenneth, starting now.
And I got this itching all over, and they said...
Well, a very interesting situation at the end of that round. Clement Freud has a lead of 2 over the other 3 who are all equal in second place. Sheila, it's your turn to begin the next round, and the subject is irresponsibility. So will you talk for 60 seconds on irresponsibility, starting now?
I suppose the only time that you are totally irresponsible is when you are a baby, because then everybody does everything for you.
Kenneth Williams, why have you challenged?
Deviation. She's always irresponsible. I've seen her on occasion being most irresponsible. It's true. She rushes about, and yes, it's true. She's got this moped and a crash helmet, and she rushes about London being the most irresponsible and outrageous.
I'm sure she's quite
rude
capable of being
epithets at people.
irresponsible.
Yes, and to say that she's just said she's only irresponsible when she was a baby, they're all lies. Absolutely.
I said the only time you are irresponsible is when you're a baby. I'm going to go on to list my
I'm sure that she can be irresponsible, and also she can be thoroughly responsible now. So therefore it is difficult to judge. I think the only fair thing to do is to leave the subject with Sheila and say that she has 52 seconds left for irresponsibility, starting now.
I repeat that when you are lying in your pram with nothing in the world to concern you except how you suck your bottle or whatever you think.
Kenneth Williams, you challenged.
Well, it's deviation, sucking bottles.
Yeah, yes,
Disgraceful.
yes, you don't suck the bottle in the pram, you suck the teat at the end of the bottle.
Precisely, that's the point you
Oh, get her.
So I'll let you have that.
Well,
one,
I
Kenneth.
used to suck my bottle.
All right, so Kenneth gains a point, and he gains the subject of irresponsibility, which he illustrates beautifully for us, and there are 44 seconds left, starting now.
This comes to us in moments of rhapsodic absent-mindedness. We suddenly fling off our inhibitions and become irresponsible to a degree, sometimes alarming, viz. The behaviour of various governments we've all seen in our time behaving extremely irresponsibly. I would be hard put to...
Cameron Floyd, why have you challenged?
Hesitation.
No.
Not quite, no.
I'd be hard put, he says.
Might be hard.
Is it straight away?
Yes, but he was catching his breath. It's all right. Only just got away with it, Kenneth. I disagree with the challenge. You gain another point, and there are 17 seconds left for irresponsibility, starting now.
It sometimes, of course, comes from senility, when the mind no longer has control of the body, and they say he is totally irresponsible. He can't help himself.
Clement Freud, why had you challenge?
Repetition.
Of
He said
what?
irresponsible.
Yes, he's actually said it.
You're allowed to do another subject 4 times.
No,
You're allowed
Kenneth,
to-
Kenneth, before you take your jacket off and really get down to a fisticuffs with Clement Freud, may I point out the subject is irresponsibility.
Oh, well,
No.
you're only quarrelling over the titty bit.
In this game, it's enough to quarrel over, I can assure you. But actually, you've used the
I
word
was having a
irresponsibility.
go there, I was throbbing with it there.
Yes. You used the word irresponsibility, and you've said irresponsible 3 times. And so I agree with Clement's challenge. He takes over the subject. 5 seconds left. Irresponsibility starting now.
So I turned to the 36 men, opened the lion's cage, and said, "Follow me here, and you will be..."
As Clement Freud was speaking, when the whistle went, then he gains the extra point, and he has kept his lead of 2 over
Oh, you
Kenneth
mean
Williams.
Sheila's lost the lead?
Yes.
Oh, she's lost the lead.
You're in second place,
rotten.
Kenneth, and Sheila's in third place with Derek. Kenneth, will you begin the next round for us? The subject is songs I love.
Oh, good.
Oh, dear.
This has rather shattered you, but I'm sure you can talk about it for just a minute. Starting now?
There are so many of them, I would be very hard put to it to describe them, but of course, generally they've come under the heading of ballads.
Songs my mother taught me comes immediately into my head, but then there is that beautiful Im wunderschönen Morgen Mai. Oh, how often have I thrilled to those beautiful notes.
Clement Freud, why have you challenged?
On the second beautiful. Or it might have been the third.
Beautiful?
Yes.
Did he say beautiful? Yes, he did say beautiful before, that's right. Yes, you said it. I had to cast my mind back. So, Clement, I agree with the challenge. You gain a point. There are 12 seconds left for Songs I Love, starting now.
My uncle, who was a musicologist, invented many forms of combinations of notes which, when put together, resulted in chanson, lieder.
Derek, will you begin the next round for us? The subject is cowboys and Indians. I'm sure you can talk wonderfully on that. 60 seconds will do, starting now.
Now, I'm going to use this word in its English sense. A cowboy is, in fact, a small child who tends cattle, and not in the American way, when it's really a man. And Indians I will use as inhabitants of that great subcontinent, and not as the indigenous inhabitants of North America. So therefore, I would like to talk to you about cowboys and Indians, in particular about a little fellow or number of chaps who looked after these four-legged creatures in a field near County Durham. And there's a little song about them, where, oh dear.
Oh dear. So Clement Freud, everybody buzzed then, but Clement Freud's light came on first, so you win the challenge, which we all know is where. So Clement, you gain a point and you take over the subject. Cowboys and Indians, 20 seconds left, starting now.
In the American continent, on the outback, and also in the Middle West.
Daring Nemo, why do you challenge?
Hesitation.
Oh, I don't think so, no. 15 seconds left for Clement to continue with Cowboys and Indians, starting now.
It would be wholly unnatural for me to speak more quickly than I normally do, but I will try very hard.
Derek Nemo, why do you challenge?
Devious, he's being wholly unnatural.
Yes, all right, that's a good challenge, Derek, so I grant it to you. 11 seconds left, Cowboys and Indians, starting now.
And there they came rowing ashore. A lot of people in a row, 57 of them. They landed on the beach, but fortunately for them.
Fortunately for them, we will never discover what happened. Derek gets the extra point for speaking when the whistle went, but he's still only in second place behind Clement Freud. Sheila and Kenneth are trailing a little. Sheila, I'd like you to be at the next round, if you can. Oh gosh, what a subject Ian Messer has thought up. It's chairing this show. What on earth are they going to say? Sheila Hancock, will you try and talk for just a minute on that subject, starting now?
This is something that all the money in the world and all the wives in the world...
Derek Newman, why have you challenged?
Hesitation.
Yes.
I think I'm going to be quite different on this round, as it's called chairing this show. I'm going to say, yes, it was a good challenge, but I'm still with Sheila Hancock. I want to hear what she wants to say about chairing the show. You'll get your chance later. What do you want to say about chairing the show, Sheila? You've got another point, by the way. And there are 55 seconds left, starting now.
Nothing in the world would induce me to chair this show. I think it is...
Derek Nimmer, why have you
The
challenged?
repetition of chair the show.
Yes, well done. Sheila's got another point, and 51 seconds left for chairing this show, starting now. Derek Nimmer, you've challenged.
I thought Sheila might like another point.
And the audience obviously agree with you, so Sheila has another point. And there are 50 seconds for chairing the show, Sheila, starting now.
You have to adjudicate between deviation...
Derek Nimmer,
There's no such word as adjudicate.
Oh, dear.
Deviate.
It's no
The word
good,
is
Nick. You're fighting a
adjudicate.
losing battle.
when you're chairing this show, you often get in such a state by the intimidation that occurs from all of you. I make slips exactly like the one Sheila's made, and I thought that was very clever of her to do a vocal demonstration of what I sometimes do. So Sheila has another point, and there's 47 seconds left for chairing this show, starting now.
Between deviation, hesitation, and repetition. When you're dealing with somebody like Derek Nimmer, obviously it is a very tedious job because he is an extremely bad sport. For instance, he is sitting with his legs up on the desk now, listeners, because he is so upset because
Derek Nimmer, you've challenged. Fine.
She's quite rightly calling me a bad sport, but she's not now talking about chairing the show. She's just saying that I'm a really rather rotten loser.
But you could be a rotten loser. Oh, yes, that's right. It's not chairing the show. All right, Derek. I think by the time has come to grant you a point. And also the subject. You tried very hard to get it, and there are 35 seconds left for chairing the show. Derek Nimmo starting now.
Unfortunately, this show has never been...
Sheila Hancock's challenge.
I thought Derek would like a point.
I must point out to you all, you've got to be very careful in this game, because while you might give points away in generosity to each other like this, you also might hinder somebody else who is doing very well without playing that sort of game. So, Derek, you continue with chairing the show. There are 34 seconds left, starting now.
Well, if you are chairing this show...
Derek Nimmo, you challenged yourself.
I'd like another point.
So Derek challenged himself, and I disagree with his challenge, so he loses a point.
You can't lose a point. I can stay the same. And I can have the answer back.
No, I disagree with the challenge, so therefore a point is awarded against Derek Nimmo. So that puts him back one. But you keep the subject, and you have chairing the show, Derek Nimmo, 33 seconds left, starting now.
What you really need to chair the show is a man of great intelligence. Unfortunately, we never had this. Also need a person of humour.
Kenneth Williams has challenged. Why?
Deviation.
Absolutely,
So obviously
absolutely.
and patently untrue.
Absolutely, Kenneth, I quite agree with you. Patently untrue, so Kenneth, you have gained a well-deserved point. And the speed with which you spotted it, too. So you take over the subject of chairing the show, Kenneth. 27 seconds left, starting now.
We are very lucky to be in the hands of such a capable and Daniel come to judgment, I would say, on this show. Indeed.
Clement Freud's challenge, why?
Why didn't he say it?
He has said it. A Daniel come to judgment, I would say, and he just said it, so he had said
That's
it.
repetition, then.
No, he didn't.
You shut your great mouth, I have a nerve he's got.
Try a bit harder. You might yet get in on the subject. We obviously all want to hear what you want to say about it as well, Claire. But I disagree with that challenge, so Kenneth gains another point, and there are 18 seconds left for chairing the show. Kenneth, starting now.
To keep order all round, to be fair, and yet preserve an atmosphere of light-hearted charm and gaiety. This is no mean feat, and he's got the feet. Every time.
Derek Nimmo, you've challenged.
4 feet.
But his other feat was...
Repetition of
he
feat.
said this was no mean feat, which must have been spelled F-E-A-T.
We don't
And he
know.
said this time he's got the feet, which must have been F-E-E-T.
Well,
Because
then
you can't say he's
deviation.
got the feet meaning F-E-A-T, can you? So he was using a different kind of feet. And it was a great feat to do it. Do you agree? Do you agree with my decision, audience? Cheer if you agree with me, boo if you disagree with me. Kenneth Williams, you have another point. There are 2 seconds left for chairing the show, starting now.
And I think it's in the most capable hands of the world.
Well, that last particular round, unfortunately, must be the end of this particular show, but it was a very interesting round, and it also meant that while Clement Freud was in the lead at the beginning and didn't speak throughout it hardly, he still stayed in the lead to the end. But the other 3 all leapt forward with leaps and bounds, and they're all equal in second place, which is quite an amazing feat, whichever way you spell it. And they're all second to this week's winner, Clement Freud. If you've enjoyed this particular edition of Just a Minute, and from all of us here, goodbye.
The chairman of Just a Minute was Nicholas Parsons. The program was devised by Ian Messiter and produced by David Hatch.
we present Kenneth Williams, Clement Freud, Peter Jones, and Andre Mellet in Just a Minute. And as the minute waltz fades away, here to tell you about it is our chairman, Nicholas Parsons.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome once again to Just a Minute. And as you just heard from that announcement, we're delighted to welcome onto the programme for the first time Peter Jones, who's bravely come to do battle with these three intrepid exponents of the game. Best of luck, Peter. And just to remind you, if you don't already know, I'm going to ask each one of them to speak, if they can, for 60 seconds on some unlikely subject, without hesitation, without repetition, and without deviating from the subject on the card. And according to how well they do that, they will gain points, or their opponents will gain points. That's how we play the game, and let us begin this week with Kenneth Williams.
How lovely. How appropriate.
Kenneth, can you talk for 60 seconds doing my own thing? Can you go on that subject for just a minute, starting now?
This is generally taken to mean being free, not restricted, so to speak, by any kind of traditional practice. In actual fact, what it averagely amounts to is self-indulgence, and as such, I have nothing but contempt for anyone that recommends this kind of policy. It can only lead to wasted aims.
Clement Freud, why do you challenge?
It was a
Yes, you thought he said wastage twice.
Wastage and then wasted.
Yes, very clever.
You see?
Yes, all right, Kenneth.
She got it and she went white. Look at her.
Clement Freud went slightly white too, because he realised he'd been too keen with the challenge. So, as I disagree with the challenge, Kenneth, you gain a point, you keep the subject, and you have 37 seconds left for doing my own thing, starting now.
Yes, contrary to what is contemporarily preached, it should be doing somebody else's thing. We should all be thinking not of self, or the indulgence of the personal ego.
Andre Mellet, you challenge, why?
Repetition, 2 indulgences.
No, there wasn't. There was before it was indulging.
We had a self-indulgence.
Yes, I think...
You want to shut your great neck?
When she's right, of course... When she's right, of course, Kenneth, you wanted to shut her mouth.
Yes,
on this occasion,
well.
I agree with her challenge, so she gains a point, and she takes over the subject of doing my own thing, and there are 26 seconds left, starting now.
My own thing, which I love to do, is to lie in our paddock where the grass is knee-high and look up into the sky and listen to the sound of the birds and the gentle munching of the 3 sheep who we have, which we hope will not be doing their own thing too near. And the cluck...
Peter Jones, you've challenged.
I thought it was... She hesitated
She
a bit too
definitely
long
hesitated.
after
It's
those
not a...
sheep.
Don't be so modest about it. You know, when you play the game a bit sooner, Peter, you come straight in there. They don't have any mercy, these people. So I agree with your challenge, Peter. It was a hesitation, and there are 8 seconds left for you now, doing my own thing, starting now.
Well, I think it's important.
Clement Freud, you challenge. Why?
I was having no mercy, hesitation.
And I disagree with your challenge. Your merciless challenge gains Peter Jones a point, and he keeps the subject. And
Give him a point, you fool! Give him a point!
there are 7 seconds for doing my own thing, Peter, starting now.
People should be encouraged to...
Clement Freud, you've
So
challenged again.
repetition of no hesitation.
A very clever idea, but actually it is not. He was still sticking to the...
Oh, his diction, naughty terrible.
The way you all behave, it gets me tongue-tied on occasions. I disagree with the challenge.
I just wanted to see if it buzzed before you said now.
I can't give you a point for buzzing yourself, I'm sorry, Peter, but you have got a point because I disagree with Clement's last challenge, and there are now 6 seconds for doing my own thing, Peter Jones, starting now.
People should be encouraged to bake their own bread and dance and sing and entertain themselves in any way they like.
That whistle tells us, by the way, that 60 seconds is up, and whoever is speaking when the whistle goes gains an extra point. On this occasion, it was Peter Jones. So at the end of the first round, our new boy has got a commanding lead. He has 4 points. Andre Mellet has 1. Kenneth Williams has 1. And Clement Freud has yet to score, though he has tried very hard. But Clement, it's your turn to begin. The subject is surprises. Something that you've done many times for us on this program, but can you talk about it for 60 seconds, starting now?
In a recently published will, a listener to Just a Minute left me the mineral rights beneath the Crown Bowling Green at Rotherham. And I was pretty pleased because uranium is a commodity in high demand, and everyone said you are bound to become excessively rich, wealthy and famous, and men will turn in the street and say, there is the man who was...
the challenge?
Hesitation.
Yes, indeed. He was frightened to let...
Well, when men are turning in the street, he's bound to hesitate.
Yeah. Especially what he thought they were going to say to him.
Yeah.
So, Andre, I
I'm getting
agree
quite
with...
worked up about that thing. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
she cut us off. Should never have had women on the show. It's all wrong. Women.
Andre, I agree with your challenge, so you gain a point and you take over the subject of surprises. 35 seconds starting now.
There's something that I don't like very much, and April's Fool's Day is about the worst time of the year because you get an awful lot of them. You open the kitchen door.
Clement Freud, why do you challenge?
I thought it was, but it probably wasn't.
It wasn't, no. So Andre has another point.
Thank you.
And there are 25 seconds left for surprises starting now.
And that bucket of cold water falls on your head. Ho, ha, he, you say, trying to be amused.
Kenneth Williams, why do you challenge?
Deviation. She's never had buckets of water fall on her in her life, and she doesn't say ho, ha, he. All lies. She's making it up, and therefore it's deviation. The subject come to me. Now, I would like to discuss.
You think the lies she makes up are any worse than the ones that you make up, Kenneth?
Oh.
No, it wasn't. She can just talk about the subject without making it too personal or otherwise as she wishes. So I disagree with your challenge. Andre has another point, and there are 18 seconds left for surprises starting now.
To find that Kenneth Williams can be so absolutely beastly to me on this game when I've always been very nice to him is one of the greatest surprises I've ever had in my life. And I do feel...
Peter Jones's challenge, why?
Well, she hesitated again.
I don't think she hesitated.
Deviated.
He said, I feel.
And deviated, didn't she? She was deviating all the time.
Well, yes. But, I mean, after this very unkind remark about...
Thank you, Lee, thank you. Yeah. Quite right. Terrible, appalling.
I think I shall explain to the listeners that Kenneth felt this unkind remark about Kenneth was a slight deviation, but he hadn't the courage to challenge himself. So he winked to Peter Jones, who challenged, but challenged on the wrong score. So Andre has another point.
Did he wink? I didn't see him wink. Did you wink?
Never.
Oh.
But anyway, Andre has another point because I disagree with the challenge, and the subject is surprises. Andre, 9 seconds starting now.
Opening presents is a very tricky time because you can be...
Kenneth Williams, why to
We're not discussing tricks, we're discussing surprises. And opening presents can't be a surprise because they're lying there in front of you. How can you be surprised?
Well,
you
you'll be
Kenneth, women on the show. It's all wrong.
Kenneth, you'll be surprised at some of the things you get in presents, or maybe you're not.
No, I don't get any.
We'll send you a few and you'll be surprised. Kenneth, I disagree with your challenge. Andre has another point, and there are 6 seconds for surprises starting now.
Getting gifts is something which surprises Kenneth Williams enormously, as he...
Clement Freud's challenge, why?
Repetition of Kenneth Williams.
Yes, we've had Kenneth Williams more than once. And though some people say you cannot have too much of Kenneth Williams, in this game you can have... Well, 2 people think so anyway. There are 2 seconds left, because I agree with Clement's challenge, for him to take up surprises starting now.
Removing the string and peering into the...
Well, whoever speaking, as I say, gets an extra point. On this occasion, it was Clement Freud. And the end of that round, Andre Mene has leapt forward into the lead. She has a 2 lead over Peter Jones, who's still the same. Clement Freud is creeping up a little on Peter Jones, which is a very devious idea. And Kenneth Williams, who's whispering to Clement Freud at the moment, not paying the slightest bit of attention, in spite of speaking quite a lot in the last round of this game.
Well, I can't be expected to be interested unless I've leapt into the lead. No, I haven't. It's quite obvious.
No. You're in 4th place, actually.
What is great.
Andre Mene, the subject for you to start with this week is How I Feel in Hot Pants. Can you talk to us on that subject for 60 seconds starting now?
Usually rather chilly and a bit goose pimply. I have 1 pair which are dark blue because I thought it suitable for my age, and I only wear them at home because I do feel you shouldn't wear them in the town unless you're about 18.
Kenneth Williams, your challenge, why?
Repetition of where?
Yes, there were 2 wheres there, so Kenneth, you have now another point. You have crept up, and you've taken over this delightful subject, Kenneth. There are 46 seconds left for you to tell us how I feel in hot pants. Starting now.
Well, if I were wearing them, and I have worn some very brief things in my time, I imagine I would feel somewhat...
Peter Jones, your challenge, why?
Repetition of I.
I would have given you a repetition of feel, but we don't actually, Peter. give penalties for such small words as I and ands and these.
Oh, I see.
Unless it gets too obvious.
Well, it was a bit obvious, I thought. It was kind
I think the best thing to do on this occasion is not to count any points because, after all, Peter's new to the game, and leave the subject with Kenneth Williams, and there are 38 seconds. How I feel in hot pants, starting now.
And how I feel would not be as
Clement
important.
Freud, why have you challenged?
Repetition of feel.
Yes, there's a...
Mr. Elaldrip is in the title, you great fool. It's in the title, isn't it? It's in the card, isn't it? In the card, and 20 cents in the card.
All right, Kenneth.
Card, isn't it?
It's on the card.
Well, why don't he take some tablets? Look at It's great, isn't it? It's all worked out. Look at him.
Perhaps you can give him some of your tablets. It might key him up a little bit more.
I was up half the night, mate.
I won't ask where.
Stomach upset I'm talking about. Stomach, yeah, terrible.
Well, that's the effect your stomach upset has on you to make you so frenetic. All I can say is we
Well,
should
doesn't it
all...
say feel on the card, doesn't it?
Yes, it does say feel on the card, and you've got another point.
But you just said that if
Yes.
he challenged on feel, you would have given it to him.
Yes, but he didn't. Yes, that was
So
a
you
mistake.
lied.
All right, we can all make mistakes. Feel's on the card, and Kenneth is right.
But
He
not
has
two
another...
mistakes.
Kenneth has a point, and there are 36 seconds left for How I Feel in Hot Pants, Kenneth, starting now.
In hot pants, my legs, which were voted best legs of Bicester in
Clement,
1949.
you challenge, why?
What?
Repetition of links.
Yes, there was a definite
Well, there
repetition of
was
legs.
repeating, and you don't see them every day, mate.
Thank goodness we
I'm
don't.
glad.
For once, I'm delighted it's radio and we can't see them. So I agree with Clement. You did say legs twice, in spite of the fact that you have two of them. And there are 30 seconds now for you, Clement, to tell us how I feel in hot pants, Clement, starting now.
Men of science have found that it is equivalent to run 50 yards to doing your own thing, which is hardly a surprise.
Kenneth Williams. has challenged.
Deviation, this has nothing to do with hot pants.
Wait.
I think probably if you were in hot pants, you would definitely be doing your own thing in more senses. So I disagree with your challenge. 19 seconds left, Clement. How I feel in hot pants, starting now.
In a word, lovely.
Kenneth Williams, why have you challenged?
Because lovely and in a word and scientists and doing your own thing is just a load of filling in and rubbish. Nothing to do with hot pants.
Well, I
So
don't
it's
know.
deviation, therefore I should have the subject back.
I know you want the subject back, but I disagree with the challenge. You've made out a very... You haven't made out a case at all, really. Clement Freud has another point, and the subject is how I feel in hot pants, and there are 16 seconds left, starting now.
Especially when I'm wearing a kilt and pass over hot air vent.
Peter Jones, why have you challenged?
But he hesitated after kilt, and I'm not surprised. I would have done the same thing. He was obviously embarrassed. Didn't you feel?
So you thought it was deviation?
I
Killed-
Why?
killed-
What's your
hesitation, I thought it was, and it might have led to deviation afterwards. I don't know.
You're too honest. I'm trying to suggest that if you're talking about hot pants, it's not the same as having a kilt.
Oh,
Which
no,
would
it
be
isn't.
I'll put it to the audience. Do you agree with, because I'm afraid I can't judge here, do you agree with Peter Jones's challenge? And if you agree, will you cheer? And if you disagree, will you boo? And will you all do it together now?
Oh,
You
that's
agree
very
with
good.
Peter Jones's challenge and you have no idea what it was, and I think that's a sporting way to play the game, because Peter's new. And so there are 12 seconds, Peter, for you to tell us how I feel in hot pants, starting now.
I don't wear hot pants myself very often, but the people I see wearing them often look rather long-faced.
Andre Melly has challenged.
Deviation, because he said he doesn't wear them, therefore he's not talking about the subject.
He's not talking about how I feel in hot pants, but how other people feel. I quite agree with your challenge. Deviation, Andre, 5 seconds left for you. You have another point. How I feel in hot pants, starting now.
Happy, feminine, sexy.
Kenneth Williams, why have you challenged?
Rubbish, she feels that anyway, so she doesn't have that hot pants.
She obviously feels more so with hot pants. We love having her on the programme. So there are 3 seconds left, Andre, for how I feel in hot pants, starting now.
Wonderful, marvellous, sultry, and altogether...
Well, once again, Andre Melly was speaking when the whistle went, and so she's increased her lead, and she now has a commanding lead of 4 over Peter Jones and Clement Freud, who are equal in 2nd place, and Kenneth is just in 4th place. Peter Jones, it's your turn to begin. The subject for you, very apt, being a new boy. Can you talk to us about that subject for just a minute, starting now?
I was a new boy first when I went to school at the age of 6, and I remember I was shut into a kind of fire guard beside a very hot fire, and I was burned severely. And then later, when I went to a school when I was...
Clement Freud is challenged. Why?
Repetition of school.
That's right, yes, your first school and then you went to another school. So, Clement Freud, you take over the subject, having gained another point, 45 seconds on being a new boy, starting now.
Being a new boy in the army is an event that I recall...
Kenneth Williams, why who challenged?
He wasn't a boy at the time he joined the army, so it's rubbish.
Well, this actually is a very difficult...
No, it's not difficult.
Yes,
You're
it
an
is.
adult. You're an adult when you join the army. You're not a boy when you join the cadets. A great fool to know that. Anyone can tell you that. I was a cadet myself, wasn't I? I could tell you that.
Kenneth Williams, will you please sit down and act with some decorum?
Well, I was up.
I'm very upset about you. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, being a new boy obviously can be an expression which you can interpret and say you can be a new boy in any situation. But of course, take it literally, then Kenneth has a justifiable challenge. And it's up to you, I think, to decide which is the fair in this situation, because I'm not going to decide. I'm going to put it to you once again. If you agree with Kenneth's challenge, and if you are influenced by the fact that Kenneth is playing up to you and shouting to you to vote for him, then I will disallow it. I rely on you to be the fair and final arbiters in this situation. If you agree...
Oh, don't hang it out. Come on.
I'm going to do my own thing if I want to. If you agree with Kenneth's challenge, will you cheer? And if you disagree, will you boo? And will you all do it together now?
Boo! They will call me
And just as many against you, I consider it was a complete draw.
Such a great
Well, some are definitely cheering. We're going to score no points. Leave the subject with Clement Freud. Being a new boy, 42 seconds left, starting now.
This was slightly embarrassing because I was called Freud and all the others were called McGillicuddy. I was in a regiment in Northern Ireland, and a new boy had tremendous drawbacks in that all his uniform, which was said to belong to the king, fitted him as if in fact it were made for the monarch. So for the first months of military service, I walked around in a pair of trousers which trailed some feet behind me, shirts which overlapped my ankles and indeed my wrists by inches, and a hat size 8 1/4 when I took a 7.
Peter Jones, your challenge, why?
Well, deviation. I don't think the size of his head had really anything to do with it. He seemed to be rambling on about the uniform rather than about the experience of being a new boy.
Courage to challenge. So what is your challenge? On what basis would you say? Either repetition, hesitation?
Deviation.
Deviation. Well, on being a new boy, he's such a pathetic picture of a new boy. I don't know. I'm going to ask you to judge again. Do you agree with Peter's challenge? Will you cheer?
No.
Will you disagree? Will you boo? And all do it together now.
Cheer, boo.
Jones has another point. 3 seconds for being a new boy, Peter, starting now.
And then I...
Clement Freud is challenged. No. Peter has 2 seconds for being a new boy, starting now.
Set in rolling hills.
Giving me some difficult decisions on which to arbitrate. At the end of that round, Andre still has the lead. She's 1 point in front of Peter Jones, and he's just in front of Clement, and Kenneth is still trailing a little. Kenneth, it's your turn to begin.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
And after what you've told us earlier on, you've no idea what subject Ian Messler's thought up for you next. It's getting the wind up. And we certainly didn't know you had an upset stomach before we started the program today. So, Kenneth, you have 60 seconds. Getting the wind up, starting now.
This is appropriate for me because, as any sailor will tell you, it's the time you sail. Getting the wind up. On the wings of the
Clement
morning.
Freud is challenged.
With your own true love. Sail away to new horizons with a salt sea spray in the nostrils with 9 flaring. I get a lot of it. I can take it for the own. What do you want about?
A long time ago, Clement Freud challenged you, actually.
Apropos?
Apropos, Clement.
I forget. It was a long
He's
time
forgotten.
ago.
So, as Clement is such a generous man when he plays the game, I'm sure he won't mind if you get a point because he's forgotten his challenge, and you have 50 seconds to continue getting the wind up, starting now.
And the sails billowing out with the wind, and on the old foremasters lashed I was. Lashed! Oh, what a time I had.
Andre Melly.
What a hard school. What
Hey, lash up there. You challenged, why?
A repetition too lashed.
Yes, you were lashed too much. I must explain to the listeners that that laugh there was because Kenneth was so overcome he threw himself onto Clement Freud's shoulder, who sits beside him, and showed that the romance that blossomed and bloomed in just a minute is still with us. Andre Melly, you take over the subject of getting the wind up, and there are 40 seconds left, starting now.
As any woman knows, this is terribly important if you have a very small baby. And when this small... Oh, blimey.
Repetition.
Repetition of small, yes. Clement, 32 seconds for you. Getting the wind up, starting now.
Getting the wind up is really another way of saying repetition, which is a word which we don't care for.
Kenneth Williams, why have you challenged?
Deviation. Getting the wind up has nothing to do with repetition.
If you've ever had the wind up that way, you know it was very repetitious. You take some food that repeats and...
Repetition, dear. The things are not the same at all.
I don't know what you're talking about, old boy. I know that if you had something like a
instead
radish...
of fluffing about, give the subject back to me. Come along. That's right.
I was just, as I always do, have to give a reasonable reason for the why I make up my mind. I'm on a certain... shut up.
I think that's pretty succinct.
I think that was pretty clear. You understand that,
yes,
don't you?
absolutely.
All right, I disagree with your challenge, and Clement Freud gets a point, keeps the subject, and there are 26 seconds left. Getting the wind up, starting now.
Sailing across the Pacific Ocean. It is customary to get the wind up at around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Kenneth Williams, why have you
That
challenged?
is completely untrue. I had the wind up in the Pacific at 7.
Nobody could call you customary.
Oh, I see.
You may get it up at 7, Clement Freud at 8, others may get it up at 9, but it doesn't matter. He was still getting the wind up and keeping going on the subject. There are 18 seconds for you, Clement, getting the wind up, starting now.
And on Nicaraguan summertime, it can even come at 4:30 in the afternoon. But this is unimportant. When the wind comes up...
Andre Mary, why have you challenged?
Deviation, because if it's unimportant, he shouldn't be talking about it.
But you see, Andre, to be quite fair, if you are going to try and keep going on a subject which you know nothing about, providing you don't deviate from the subject on the card, however unimportant it is, it's still not wrong in the game. So I must disagree with your challenge. Clement has another point, and he keeps the subject. 10 seconds left, getting the wind up, starting now.
You hoist the mizzen, sloop the topsail, and lash the mast to the floorboards. At which point the mate...
Kenneth Williams, why have you challenged?
Because you don't have floorboards on this ship.
Anybody lashing the mast to the floorboard, you can see. Go right over. Deviation, oh. Yes. So I don't want to say with Clement Freud after that, my goodness me. Kenneth, you have a point, you have the subject. 4.5 seconds left, getting the wind up, starting now.
What did happen to me when this terrible white-shrouded creature came out of the alcove in the passage?
Well, I'm afraid we have no more time. I see that our 30 minutes is almost up. So that is the last round, and Kenneth Williams was in 4th place, Peter Jones was in 3rd place. Clement Freud was only just 1 point behind this week's winner, Andre Melly. We do hope you've enjoyed this particular edition of Just a Minute. From all of us here, goodbye.
The chairman of Just a Minute was Nicholas Parsons. The program was devised by Ian Messiter and produced by David Hatch.
we present Kenneth Williams, Clement Freud, Peter Jones, and Amy MacDonald in Just a Minute. And as the minute waltz fades away, here to tell you about it is our chairman, Nicholas Parsons.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello and welcome once again to Just a Minute. Well, once again, we're pleased to welcome back in the fourth chair Amy MacDonald, who has played the game a few times to compete against these three tough male exponents of the game, Kenneth Williams, Clement Freud, and Peter Jones. Once again, I'm going to ask them to speak, if they can, for just 1 minute on some unlikely subject, without hesitation, without repetition, and without deviating from the subject on the card, if they can. And let us begin with Kenneth Williams.
How appropriate, how lovely.
Kenneth, the subject we've chosen for you is hairy legs.
Oh?
So will you speak, please, on hairy legs for just 1 minute, starting now?
Well, curious subject for me. I would have thought it should have been expressed otherwise. Hirsute would have been more appropriate. However, I have heard people say, oh, you got hairy legs. And I've often thought it was very, very attractive. Oh, I've said very twice.
Oh, and Clement Freud is challenged. Clement,
He's been very 3 times.
You would have, if you kept going, they might have let you get away with it, Kenneth. But actually, yes, you were repetitious, so I agree with Clement's challenge. So he takes over the subject, a point for a correct challenge. Clement, there are 43 seconds left, starting now.
A very great friend of mine didn't so much have hairy legs, but had...
Peter Jones.
Hesitation.
You're very keen all of a sudden, Peter.
Well, I'm determined to play a very aggressive game. I'm not too satisfied about this chair, actually.
Well, you're sitting next to Amy MacDonald. I don't see why you should complain.
Well,
actually, your aggressive game was, I think, a bit too aggressive, because I don't think he really did hesitate. So I disagree.
What did he do?
He didn't do any of the faults for which he...
Didn't he hesitate?
No, he didn't hesitate. Didn't deviate. And didn't do anything else. He actually, so, Peter, disagreeing with your challenge, it means that Clement Freud gains a point for a wrong challenge, keeps the subject, 39 seconds left, starting now.
And while his left leg sprouted black, brown, and ginger hair, his right one was entirely smooth, as a baby's cheek.
Kenneth Williams.
Well, deviation, it wouldn't sprout all those colours, would it? I mean, it would either give one kind of hair or none at all.
Clement, I agree with Kenneth's challenge. He takes over the subject, a point for the correct challenge. 29 seconds left for hairy legs, Kenneth, starting now.
When I played a lady in Singapore in an army show, they said you've got to shave your legs, you know, because she's supposed to look nice, so I had to put these nylon stockings on so that the front row would think I was a lady. So,
Clement Freud.
Repetition.
Yes.
Of lady.
Of lady.
But interested, she's leaning forward there.
Oh, Clement, I agree with the challenge. You have 14 seconds on hairy legs, starting now.
Nobody in Great Yarmouth has hairier legs than one toe...
Amy MacDonald, you challenged, what?
Hesitation.
I think I agree, yes. He couldn't think of this man in Great Yarmouth who had the hairier legs then. 9 seconds left, Amy, for you on hairy legs, starting now.
Well, some people have short, fat, hairy legs, and some people have long, thin ones.
Peter, why did you challenge?
Repetition of some people.
How?
Yes, I think that's very unchivalrous after what I said at the beginning.
I did so much on hairy legs, not repeating that.
Quite, yes.
I did the other thing.
Well,
and that's what's difficult, isn't it? But,
I was thinking of legs at the
yes,
same
you're
time.
bringing out this new aggressive image. All right, Peter. So there are 4 seconds left for hairy legs with you, Peter, starting now.
Can be quite attractive so long as they are not shaved.
Was blown for us by Ian Messiter, the creator of this devious game, and it tells us that 60 seconds is up, and as you know, whoever speaking at that particular moment gains an extra point. On this occasion, it was Peter Jones who now has 2, Amy MacDonald has 1, Clement Freud has 3, Kenneth Williams has 1, and we move to the second subject, which is a long word for Clement Freud to start with. Monosodium glutamate. Clement, will you talk to us about that for monosodium glutamate for 60 seconds, starting now?
In this day and age, it's almost impossible to buy a tin in a popular store which does not contain this substance. Monosodium glutamate is, in fact, an artificial taste stimulant which has about it an element of preservative. And whether you buy sandwich bread, hamburgers, or
Peter Jones, you challenge.
Hesitation.
Yes, I quite agree, Peter. So you gain a point for a correct challenge and the subject. There are 35 seconds left, and that was a subject I'm sure Clement can talk about. But can you talk about monosodium glutamate for 35 seconds starting now?
When you read the phrase other ingredients to enhance the natural flavor, then they are referring to monosodium glutamate. And when it is added to national dishes like hot pot and bakewell tart and...
Amy MacDonald, why do you challenge?
Because you just put it in hot pot.
This is one of the
problems. Put it. It's a matter of taste.
Yes, this is what I was about to say. This is the problem the chairman has. You can put it in your hot pot. Maybe Peter Jones put it in his hot pot, but I don't think most of us put it in our hot pot. And I'm sure, Amy MacDonald, you don't put it in your hot pot.
Oh, no, never.
But it's not a question of fact. I mean, is she challenging on a question of fact?
No, she's challenging on a question of accuracy, and I would say generally...
But accuracy isn't a rule in this game. No, it isn't accurate that you can't buy tins of things that don't contain it.
I have to give the benefit of the doubt to somebody, Peter. On this occasion, it goes to the person who hasn't played the game as often as you, Amy MacDonald. She has 17 seconds for monosodium glutamate, starting now.
Monosodium glutamate is spelled MONOSODIUM.
Clement quite a challenge. What?
Repetition.
Of what?
Yes, you said out.
Brilliant. Clement, you have monosodium glutamate back with you for 11 seconds starting now.
There is on the market a Japanese delicacy which consists almost entirely of monosodium glutamate. It's a sort of cocktail savory which people have with...
Actually, I think a very clever person could have challenged just on the last second there, because Clement actually paused for the last 2 seconds and didn't say anything. But Clement, you were speaking when the whistle went, so you gain the extra point and you have a commanding lead at the end of that round. And now we begin with Amy MacDonald. Amy, the subject for you that Ian has thought of is the average man. So as an unaverage woman, would you talk about the average man for 60 seconds starting now?
The average man is about 5 foot 8 inches tall, got medium brown hair, light brown eyes, weighs about 12 stone, and usually has legs, 2 arms, a nose, 2 eyes, a neck, a face, hair, a pot belly, and he usually goes to work.
All right, Amy, I'll challenge you. Right. Oh, they've had a challenge. Just in the nick of time they had a challenge. Amy MacDonald, you challenged yourself. Well, that was very quick thinking. So, Amy, what are you challenging for? Hesitation?
Oh, yes.
I quite agree, definitely. So you get a point for hesitating, and... you were so quick to challenge yourself, so having got another point, you continue with the subject. And there are 25 seconds left on the average man. I didn't know the average man would dry you up to that extent, Amy. But continue for 25 seconds, starting now.
The average man usually finds an average woman, and they both get married, and they usually live in an average household.
It's a disgrace. She can't go on. I mean...
Well, that thing is very chivalrous you to help her out, Ken.
I'm not helping her out. It's we can got to dry up. That's all she did.
All right, what are you challenging for? Hesitation, repetition, or deviation?
What is it when you dry up?
What's that? The whole lot.
The whole lot.
The whole lot. All right. I will give you 1 point for the whole lot. I can't give you 3 points. I'm sorry, Kenneth. Right. You have the average man. There are 15 seconds left, starting now.
The average man is an unknown quantity. This is the sort of generalization that is continually made, like the one about pedestrians and motorists. Neither exist. A man drives a car, he gets out of a car. What is
Clement Freud is challenged.
How dare people I'm in the middle of a bit of erudition here.
Erudition? Are you driving cars? Erudition?
Yes, that's erudition, that is, describing the whole process. What's your challenge, anyway?
What is your... You made him dry up now. Right.
Repetition of car.
Yes, there's a lot of repetition. There was a repetition of car. Clement very cleverly got in with only one
cleverly got in. That's the word, isn't it?
Cleverly got in. You noticed that, didn't you? Yeah.
You could have got in at the end of the last round. He paused for 2 seconds, Kenneth.
I know his trick.
Would take a leaf out of his book and get in at the end of him, but you can't
Wait
on this
till the
one.
last minute.
Because he only has 1 second left on the average man, Clement, starting now.
Mary.
Right, Clement Roy was speaking when the whistle went once again, and he's increased his lead at the end of that round. Peter Jones, you begin with you in this round, and the subject is snakes and ladders. Can you talk on that for 60 seconds, starting now?
Well, both of them are very unpleasant things to get in your stockings. And snakes have got a very bad name for being slimy and generally unpleasant. Though I've stroked a snake in the zoo, where I happen to have a fellow friend, or a friend who is a fellow.
Clement Roy, this sounds why.
Two fellows.
Two fellows, two friends. Clement, you have a correct challenge and a point, and 41 seconds for snakes and ladders starting now.
A little-known aspect of snakes and ladders, which is, as most people know, a game, is that if you turn it upside down, the snakes become the goodies and the ladders become the baddies. And many a happy hour has been spent by people using...
Peter Jones, the challenge.
Repetition of people.
Yes. And there was other repetitions which you missed about...
Yes, but I don't have to forfeit anything for missing something. I missed all kinds of things.
All right, Peter. 24 seconds on snakes and ladders, starting now.
Yes, well, I'm sorry.
Kenneth Williams.
About things I've missed.
Yes, I think there was a definite hesitation. You would agree with that, would you?
Yes, but I was thinking about the things I'd missed. I don't think you ought to introduce that at all.
All right, and so there are 22 seconds on the snakes and ladders for you, Kenneth, starting now.
Well, you throw this dice, you see, and it entitles you to move in a certain direction. It says, forfeit £100, go back to point one, or you can win the whole of Mayfair. Now, I once did have the whole of all these properties. It was
Amy McDonald,
what?
Deviation.
What?
You're talking about another game.
Oh, silly me.
Yeah,
I'm a fool I am.
You don't win Mayfair and snakes and ladders.
Oh, sorry.
You win that Monopoly, don't you?
I got it mixed up with red nines. I'm always doing that, you know.
Anyway, 9 seconds on snakes and ladders with you, Amy, starting now.
Ladders are very necessary things, actually. Every home should have one, because if you have a place that you want to get at and it's very high up, then the only way to go is up.
Donald was then speaking when the whistle went. She gained that extra point, and she is now very definitely in a good second place behind Clement Freud, who's still our leader, and Kenneth and Peter about equal in third place. And Kenneth, we're back with you. Your turn to begin. A nice subject that Ian has thought of for you, Herculaneum. Can you talk to us about it for 60 seconds, starting now?
It, I believe, was situated in the Gulf of Naples, and alongside the other town of Pompeii suffered the terrible disaster when Vesuvius erupted and destroyed them both. I believe archaeological remains show people do lie in their beds as they were uncovered in the act, so to speak. Here!
Peter has challenged.
Hesitation.
No, not at all.
I quite agree, Kenneth. Keep going. You have another point and 42 seconds starting now.
Gibbon remarks upon the fact that of the wisest emperor, he quotes, of course, Antoninus Pius, but the wisest, he says, was undoubtedly Hadrian. And I would say perhaps the title, the appellation, generous, should be applied to Titus. Because Titus' reign, of course, the city was
Terribly boring. Terribly boring.
What is your challenge within the rules of the game?
Obvious what crowd he's got in here tonight, isn't it?
Yes, being boring. I mean, he did hesitate earlier on, and I stopped him on that account, and you said he didn't hesitate or he wouldn't allow it. So I thought, well, boring. That's a good one. I mean, he is boring.
I disagree with you. It's a difficult decision about hesitating. I disagree. I don't think he did hesitate before. But actually, boring is not a rule of the game. And unless you can think of another challenge within the rules of the game, I have to give Kenneth another point for an incorrect challenge and ask him to continue. And you have 2 seconds to answer me now. Kenneth, you have a point, and you have 28 seconds for Herculaneum starting now.
Yes, the grottos of Herculaneum have been uncovered by the archaeologists.
Clement Freud is challenged.
Repetition.
What?
Uncovered.
Yes, things have been a lot of uncovering going on in this particular course. Kenneth, and they weren't...
I suppose he's got in on the last minute again, has he?
23 seconds for Herculaneum starting now.
I've always felt that 23 seconds was about the right length of time to devote to Herculaneum.
Peter Jones, right of challenge.
Deviation.
Why?
Certainly. Deviate absolutely.
Shut up, Kenneth. What are you going to say?
Because he's not talking about the subject. He's talking about what he's always felt.
That's right.
And I don't want to know.
Well, actually, I think he said that he thought 23 seconds is about enough time. He's always felt it was about enough time to talk about Herculaneum. So he's not deviated from the subject on the card, Herculaneum. And much as I'd like to bring you in, because you're trying very hard, Peter, I've got to be accurate, otherwise I get lots of letters, and say Clement Freud has another point, and there are 19 seconds on Herculaneum starting now.
Whereas 19 seconds is far too little.
Deviation, this preoccupation with time has nothing to do with Herculaneum. Well, you know it as well as I know it. Now stop shilly-shallying, Nick. Now come.
That we have a lovely audience here in the BBC play.
Lovely, whatever I had by him, haven't you?
Yes. And when I have an impossible decision, I have to put it to the superior wisdom and discretion of our audience. So, ladies and gentlemen, now is your opportunity to give voice. If you agree with Kenneth's challenge, would you please cheer? And if you shut up. And if you disagree, would you please boo? In other words, if you feel I should not give it to Kenneth but to Clement Freud, the boos for Clement, the cheers for Kenneth, start together now.
I'll get all those booed outside.
There's only about one, I think.
Yeah, that's enough.
All right, that's enough for you to get a point for the subject. 15 seconds, Herculaneum starting now.
One of the most beautiful of these grottos uncovered depicted... wait a minute.
Repetition.
Yes.
Uncovered again, darling.
It's uncovering. It's going on all the time. And grotto. You keep uncovering your grotto, Kenneth. And this is a family show, as I so often heard you say. Amy, you have 10 seconds on Herculaneum starting now.
Well, once upon a time, there was a great big man who came from a town called Herculaneum. This man had huge muscles, and he used to walk around carrying the world on his shoulders. His name was...
Honestly, Amy, you must always get in 10 seconds before the end, because you can just go for 10 seconds without giggling, can't you?
I just got on to that.
Yes. Well, your cottoning on is keeping you in a good second place behind Clement Freud, who's still in the lead, and Kenneth and Peter have got points as well. They're well in third place. And Amy MacDonald, your turn to begin. The subject, how I look in hot pants. Would you talk on that subject for 60 seconds, starting now?
Well, I don't wear hot pants very much, but if I do, I suppose I look all right.
Kenneth is the challenge.
Well, all this giggling and laughing about nothing to do with speaking consecutively, is it?
Yes, I think she prefers you to play the game the way you usually play, with thrust and cuts and aggression, which you've just done. So you've got her out of a predicament. You've got a point. You have 50 seconds on how I look in hot pants. Starting now.
The answer is, of course, enormously attractive. I occurred on one occasion on the set at Pinewood when I had to do exactly that, and the cries of delight that went up from even electricians, plasterers, carpenters, technicians, sound men, directors, of course, assistant directors,
Clement Freud is challenged.
Repetition of directors.
Yes, I'm afraid. You had the director and the assistant director.
Well, that's two different things, dear.
I know, but they've got the same word, which is repetition, in just a minute. You went through all that list so marvelously, but anyway, Clement, you have a point, and 26 seconds for how I look in hot pants, starting now.
The way I look in hot pants is to ease the waistband towards me and crane my head forward. Which becomes difficult because my forehead quite often meets a protrusion which many women have around the place where men do not. But when you succeed, the joys are quite...
perhaps it's as well we didn't get beyond the point of describing what the joys were. Clement, you have a point for speaking with the whistle wench. You've increased your lead at the end of that round. And Peter Jones, we now move to you for the beginning of the next round. The subject chosen is a cross-section of the public. Would you talk to us about that for 60 seconds, starting now?
I think the cross-section of the public must be almost in the majority by now, judging by the number of slogans
He's talking so slowly, you know, I mean, you can just fill in for hours going like that.
Yeah, I've heard you do it before now.
Oh, I've never done that. I've always...
Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, you were on his side before. Do you think that Kenneth Williams sometimes goes rather slowly in his speech?
Never.
Peter Jones, you have a point, and you have 47 seconds for a cross-section of the public, starting now.
They deface the signs on the underground railways, and they make a mess in telephone boxes, and they also...
Kenneth, you challenge.
They, 3 times.
Oh, we don't allow such silly words.
He said they make 3 times.
I don't think he said they may, just said they 3 times. There are 39 seconds, Peter, on a cross-section of the public, starting now.
And, of course,
Amy, you challenge.
Hesitation.
Yes, that's what happens when someone gets thrown by an aggressive challenge and they lose it the next time. Amy, you have a point for a correct challenge, and there are 36 seconds on a cross-section of the public, starting now.
A cross-section of the public is usually very angry. They bump into people on the roads and talk roughly.
Kenneth, this is why you challenge.
Because there's a deviation nothing to do with a cross-section of the public. Cross-section of the public simply means a sample, like taken at random, of all the people. Nothing to do with a lot of people getting angry, crossing the road and shouting the odd.
Well, of course, if you interpret...
Talking at the top of her age, you see. She's nodding, definitely, she agrees.
Another word for angry.
What else can you do in this program except talk off the top of your head? No, if you take the interpretation of cross in the angry sense, then a cross-section of the public moving about the streets would bump into people because they are very aggressive. So I'm afraid I disagree with the challenge, Kenneth. And Amy has another point in 27 seconds on a cross-section of the public, starting now.
One cross-section of the public drive motor cars, and when they bump into each other, they get out and...
Clement Freud is challenged. Why?
We have had that.
No, the
bump into each other.
Yes, so you're having repetition. Yes, well, all right. Clement, you have the subject, and you have 21 seconds, starting now.
It's very difficult when you're asked to talk to a cross-section of the public, because ideally you want to know the identity of the people you're addressing. And recently, at a speech, I asked my hosts, could they give me a breakdown of the cross-section of the public? May I said to the chairman, have them broken down by age and...
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, we have no more time to play Just a Minute. The final score was that Kenneth finished in 4th place, 1 point behind Peter Jones. Peter Jones was 1 point behind Amy MacDonald, and Amy was 6 points behind this week's winner, Clement Freud. We do hope you've enjoyed this edition of Just a Minute, and will want to tune in again next time. Until then, from all of us here, goodbye.
The chairman of Just a Minute was Nicholas Parsons. The program was devised by Ian Messiter and produced by Simon Brett.
We present Kenneth Williams, Derek Nimmo, Clement Freud, and Peter Jones in Just a Minute. And as the minute waltz fades away, here to tell you about it is our chairman, Nicholas Parsons.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello, and welcome to Just a Minute. And as you've just heard, we welcome back those 4 most experienced male competitors of the game. And we're going to ask them to speak as usual, without hesitation, without deviation, and without repetition. And the first subject that Ian Messiter's thought of for this show is making a spectacular entrance, and who better to do it than our own Kenneth Williams. So, Kenneth... Will you start with that subject? 60 seconds, starting now.
It's appropriate I've been asked to speak on this subject for 60 seconds because I have made some spectacular entrances in my time. One of them consisted of a sort of harness apparatus which went round my crutch, and I was lowered onto the stage as an angel. Well, the place went mad. They clapped, they cheered, they threw things. Nice, of course, nothing uncomplimentary or discomplimentary or whatever the word is.
And Clement Freud has challenged you.
Good evening. Repetition.
Of what?
They clap, they cheer, they...
Yes, you let it go quite a long time, didn't you?
Yes,
You
I wanted to
challenged
hear what
actually on
else
the
was
clamour,
coming.
when they said disclamour and
No,
clamour.
I wanted to hear what else was coming.
All right, we do usually let the theys go by, but you came in on it, and as you did say they 3 times, we have to give you a correct challenge, a point for that. You take over the subject, Clement, and there are 26 seconds left, starting now.
One of the most exciting ways of making a spectacular entrance is to throw in your clothes one after the other prior to taking the stage. Your shoe is immediately followed by your sock, and then shirt, pant, vest, hat, tie, collar, jacket, shoe.
And Derek Nimmo challenge.
Repetition of shoe, actually. It kicked off with the shoe, if you know what I mean.
Yes, but if he hadn't paused, I think he might have got away with it, actually. Derek, a correct challenge, a point to you and the subject, with 3 seconds to go, making a spectacular entrance, starting now.
I once made the most spectacular entrance when I was playing the fairy.
Well, as you know, the whistle tells us that 60 seconds is up, and whoever is speaking at that particular moment gains an extra point. Derek Nimmo getting in with 3 seconds to go achieved that, so he has a lead at the end of that round. Clement Freud, will you begin the next round? The subject is my feelings. Very apt subject for you at any time, and would you talk about it for 60 seconds, starting now?
My feelings are very easily hurt. Only the other two...
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Deviation's not true. He's tough as nails.
Well, this is one of those impossible situations where I refuse to have to judge and make a
Hard as
personal,
old boots he is.
personal judgment on someone's
Put it in the
personality or
audience.
character. So I do put it to the audience. I would like you to decide whether you think that Derek's challenge is justified and that Clement Freud's feelings are as hard as old boots. And if you agree with Derek's challenge, will you cheer? And if you disagree, will you boo? And will you all do it together now? Clement, they love you today. So they're with you. They don't think you're as hard as old boots. You have my feelings. 55 seconds left, starting now.
For instance, when a nonconformist bishop came up to me and said, what is the difference between...
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Well, you can't have a nonconformist bishop, deviation.
He said he was a nonconformist
You
bishop.
didn't say that. So when a nonconformist bishop came
Yes,
up-
you didn't establish that he said that. You did actually say, when a nonconformist bishop came up to me. Don't look as if you're being slighted. I think it was a good challenge.
Did you want me to demand proof of his identity? I mean, it seems...
No, it's a great meal of one-upmanship, and I'm getting sort of all tense about it because it's going to be all 4 against the chairman in a minute, I know. I'll give Derek the subject now for a correct challenge, and there are 49 seconds left. My feelings, Derek, starting now.
My feelings cannot be hurt. I am as tough as old boots, unlike old Grandpa Freud over there, who is a very tender petal indeed, and those of us who look at him tonight can see him with that wonderful smile.
Peter Jones, a challenge.
Hesitation.
I would agree, Peter. Yes.
Oh, right. Absolutely right. Jolly good decision.
So Peter's in, and he has 36.5 seconds on my feelings, starting now.
My feelings include those marvellous tingling ones when one dives into ice-cold water from a very high board. And also, of course, the wafting of the sun-drenched air as you stand on the rock after this marvellous immersion in the Mediterranean.
Sort of deviate. I mean, a hesitation in the middle of the little laugh.
No, it was lovely. It was going beautiful.
Oh, no, I don't think he hesitated. I think he
Oh, what?
deviated on his sun-waft air or whatever it was.
Yes, quite. I thought that
that
wasn't the
gentle
happiest
wafting
choice
of
of
sun,
word,
it was
but
nice.
I agree.
in
And
the circumstances of playing the game and
Quite
everything, the
poetic. I
tension
thought you
that there is.
waxed lyrical, I did. I was quite impressed by you.
So, thank
Will
you very
you
much.
two shut up and let's get on with the game?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Pardon me
disagree
for
with
listening.
Derek's challenge.
Nice way to talk to somebody who's come all the way from Great Portland Street.
Peter, I disagree with the challenge of hesitation, so you keep the subject, you have another point, and you have 20 seconds left, starting now.
Then there is the pain of the pebbles.
And Derek Nimmo challenge then.
Well, then there is. I didn't care for it, to be honest.
Didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
So what are you challenging for?
Well, I wasn't catering
No,
for
I
him.
would have given you hesitation there, but
Would
not
you?
deviation.
All right, no.
So Peter has another point, and he keeps the subject, and there are 17 seconds. My feelings starting now.
Pain of the pebbles as they bite into the soles of your feet, which can be really extremely unpleasant.
Derek never has challenged it.
Repetition of and hesitation in the middle. Must have won that
On
time.
either score, I will give it to you, Derek, and you have 9 seconds on my feelings starting now.
My feelings too can be aroused by the sunshine and the sea and the cool, fresh air of a lovely spring day in this beautiful country of ours. We should be proud of it.
So, Derek Nimmo not only talked about feelings, but he demonstrated them to the applause of the audience and increased his lead at the end of that round. And now we have a very simple subject, so just concentrate while I read it out to you. The subject actually is for Peter Jones to begin with, probably because his name is Jones and it sounds Welsh. And the subject is a clan fer pilgwyn gil go geric in drobwyl antisilio go go gach. I've just been handed a £5 note by Ian Mester because he bet me that I wouldn't be able to say it. All the Welsh people are now phoning in and saying I haven't said it. Well, clan fer pilgwyn gil go geric in drobwyl antisilio go go gach.
But it's unfair because it's not in English. I mean, this is an English program.
Well, all right, talk about it. 60 seconds starting now.
Andai tri pedwar punt chwech matai clichai abadabe. That was the first word of Welsh that I ever heard as I was standing on the railway station of this rather nondescript little town with the extraordinary name that Nicholas has made a very good stab at pronouncing. Now, I was on the Cambrian Railway initially before I changed trains, and there...
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Repetition of railway.
Yes.
Railway station in Cambrian.
Yes.
Oh, most unworthy.
But I'm
Why,
afraid
it was getting
accurate.
quite interesting what he was doing on this railway station. Can't he give us a bit more?
Well,
Well,
sort of
he
repeat
could give you a
something
lot more, but I think we'll have to hear from Derek because it was a correct challenge. Derek, 33 seconds on clan fer pilgwyn gil go geric in drobwyl antisilio go go gach. With you now.
Thank you very much for giving me the subject of clan fair and lots of other things in the go-go-go at the end, which I did think is a very nice one to get because it does produce quite the longest railway ticket in the British Isles and something that people come...
Clement Freud has challenged.
Hesitation.
Yes, there was. I suppose repeating a thing like that was hesitation as well. Clement, I agree with the... Well, he hesitated to
That's
repeat
very
it,
interesting you rule
yes.
it.
There was
If you repeat something, it's hesitation. I must remember that. I must write it down.
The way you repeated it was Oh, shut up. Let's get on. Clement, I agree with your challenge, and you have 21 seconds on clan fer pilgwyn... Oh, I've got to start again. Clan fer pilgwyn gil go geric in drobwyl antisilio go go gach. I get quicker every time. Have you noticed that? Mike, do you know what it means?
It means, little church by the stream near the house, not far from the brook, over the hill.
Mary Willow
up the
comes
creek.
in somewhere.
That
Mary
sort of
Willow,
thing.
little church. Yes, well done. But you
That
weren't
sort
going.
of
I hadn't said no, actually. There are 21 seconds on that subject, Clement, with you, starting now.
This almost unpronounceable Welsh village means little house by the brook, near the stream, not far from a widow. And the first time I ever went to Anglesey...
Peter Jones has challenged.
Repetition.
What?
Well, he's just told us that a moment ago. He did. It was terribly boring the first time, and it's even worse the second.
But unfortunately, Peter, the clock wasn't actually going the first
Well, that's
time.
not my fault if you're not.
It wasn't accurate, you know.
It wasn't?
No.
No, I know he got the house in the wrong place. It's the other side of the...
Well, actually, Peter, as Derek challenged you, and his first challenge I wouldn't allow, he did not actually repeat himself. But you could have had him for deviation. But I'm afraid you didn't, so Clement gets a point for that. There are 11 seconds on that place, Clement, starting now.
So I wrote to the Automobile Association and said, how is it that I get there? And received a plan.
Peter Jones has challenged.
It's a railway station. You go by rail. There's no point in writing to the Automobile Association.
Well, you could write to the Automobile Association. They could give
Well,
instructions.
you could
how to-
write to the Anti-Vivisection Society if you wanted.
I know you could, and you wouldn't be deviating from the subject on the
Of course
card.
you would. It's absolute rubbish.
No, you could write to anybody.
Automobile Association is the first thing he thought of because he's parked his car on a yellow line and he knows he's in trouble.
But the Automobile Association might reply. I don't think he was deviating from the subject on the card, which is the rule of the game. He has 5 seconds on Clanfair, Pilgwyn, Gilgo, Gericir, Indobwil, Anticilio, Go, Go, Gok. Starting now.
Proceed along the A41 in the direction of Watford.
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Repetition of A, and A.
A clever challenge and a wicked one. Give him a point for a wicked challenge. Leave the subject with Clement Freud, who continues with 2.5 seconds to go, starting now.
Hemel Hempstead.
Well, at the end of that round, the situation is that Clement Freud got quite a few points on Clanfair, Pilgwyn, Gilgo, Gericir, Indobwil, Anticilio, Go, Go, Gok. And, he increased his position. He's now equal in the lead with Derek Nimmo. They're both ahead of Peter Jones, who's in quite a good second position, and Kenneth Williams is in third position, not having yet scored. But he's been heard to good effect. Derek Nimmo, your turn to begin. The subject is Greece. Can you talk on that for 60 seconds, starting now?
It's something I don't awfully like on plates, but I do like when I find it in the Mediterranean. The wine dark sea, as I sail across it in my kaike with 2 bronze sailors at the prow. I know, I'm a fish.
Clement Freud is challenged.
Either repetition of ha ha ha. Or hesitation.
Very good. All these bronze sailors. Where'd you get them?
What is your challenge of ha ha ha? I'm not going to allow it.
Deviation.
No, disgraceful.
Deviation from normal speech.
No,
Chairman, you can't
he
criticize the chair like that.
he was speaking while he was laughing. I don't think he stopped
that's all
with
right.
ha ha ha. No.
That's good, is it?
No, he may be not good, he may be bad, he may be good, he may be anything, but he kept going. He didn't hesitate, so he keeps the subject. There are 35 seconds on Greece, Derek, starting now.
Yes, I really do like their food enormously. There's stuffed peppers and ditto aubergines and lovely little vine leaves have got things thrust into the middle of them in a similar way to the one...
Clement Freud is challenged.
Deviation.
Why?
The things in the middle are wrapped with vine leaves. I mean, you don't get a vine leaf and stuff something in the middle.
That's a very good challenge, Clement. I agree with it. And you have 25.5 seconds on Greece,
how you make
starting
them.
now.
In the
Derek Nimmo's challenge.
Hesitation didn't start, did it?
And Derek, the reason he didn't start is because as I was saying you start now, you actually spoke, which inhibited his to start.
It was inhibited.
And actually it was only half a second, because I had said 25.5 seconds, and Ian had stopped the clock, and it is exactly 25 seconds left, so I disagree with that challenge, and Greece is still with you, Clement, starting now.
In the main square in Athens, which is the capital of Greece, there stands a hotel called the GB, or Grand Bretagne, where most of the ambassadors, crowned heads, and nobility of European and foreign capitals, countries, continents, and dominions stay with their
Deviation. He's just going on listing all these places to pad it all out so he can win. I mean, it's nothing to do with Greece going on about the dominions and all these other places.
No, the dominions
it's
is very
deviation, and
devious.
you know
Yes,
it.
there's very
and
few
therefore
left,
I
isn't
should
there?
take the subject over.
Well said, Kenneth. And it is obvious that the audience agree, so you have 8.5 seconds on Greece, starting now.
I arrived there on a Sunday afternoon and was terribly high on this ouzo, which I didn't know about, but apparently is a very strong aperitif.
So Kenneth Williams got in then just before the whistle kept going till the whistle went, gained 2 points, and is still in 4th place. But, by the way, the lead is still held jointly by Derek Nimmo and Clement Freud, and Kenneth Williams, your turn to begin. The subject, Horatio Bottomley. Would you talk about him for 60 seconds, starting now?
Well, I only know what everyone else does about him. He was brought up, I believe, in the East End and started this...
Derek Nimmo's challenged.
Deviation, I don't know that. Because everybody else knows that. I don't.
It doesn't matter whether you know it or not. It's a figure of speech which he used in starting his talk on Horatio Bottomley. I consider that challenge had no connection, so he gets a point for a wrong challenge. He keeps the subject, and there are 53.5 seconds left. Horatio Bottomley starting now.
Well, he began this newspaper and then formed various companies and was accused of fraud, and he had this trial and he got off, and then he became an MP, and then he applied for the Children Act.
Clement Freud challenged.
That's 5 ands.
Yes, it was 5 ands.
Well, if you're going to criticise people for repetition of parts of speech, it's going to be ludicrous.
It's going to be very difficult, but don't say and anymore, and we won't charge anything, and keep going, Kenneth, on Horatio Bottomley. 40 seconds, starting now.
Well, there isn't much more you can say about Bottomley.
Clement Freud is challenged.
And shut up.
Which is what you usually say, Kenneth. I thought his challenge was going to be there's an awful lot more you can say about him. So, what is your real challenge, Clement?
Just that.
Well, that's not a correct challenge within the game, so Kenneth keeps the subject, and there are 37.5 seconds starting now.
He was indicted at the Old Bailey on charges of embezzlement and sent to prison. He came out...
Peter Jones is challenged. Repetition of and.
Was it?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't allow it when Clement did it. I wouldn't allow it when Derry did it. I can't allow an and when Peter Jones does it. You've got the subject still. And there are 27 seconds on Horatio Bottomley with you, Kenneth, starting now.
The man had run all these incredibly vast business institutions and thousands of pounds.
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Repetition of business.
Yes, you did mention business before.
I didn't.
Did you say business before, audience?
Of course I
did. You're partisan, aren't you? They want you to stay. All right! Don't make it a rabble! Who are you, rent a crowd? All right, the audience decided they want you to keep this subject, whatever happens, through to the bitter end. You're on your Horatio Bottomley, and there are 22 seconds left, starting now.
So from this great wealth, this position of influence and prestige, he was reduced to a position which was no described.
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Repetition of position.
Yes, you did have too many
Well, he had
positions.
so many positions. You see.
Derek, this time I can't find any way to leave it with Kenneth, and you have 12 seconds on Horatio Bottomley, starting now.
He was...
Peter Jones has challenged.
Hesitation, very slow off the mark.
I agree, absolutely, I agree. I absolutely endorse that.
Shut up, Kenneth. I don't think he was slow off the mark.
Oh,
and I wouldn't allow it when he did it to Clement a while ago. So, Derek, you keep the subject, and there are 10 seconds on Horatio Bottomley, starting
Horatio Bottomley was educated at Harlow School, Old Marston in Oxfordshire.
Kenneth Williams has challenged.
This is not the Horatio Bottomley we're discussing. This old gag of his of pretending he knows one and making it all up.
But he can't prove he doesn't know an Horatio Bottomley went to this school in Harlesden.
And he can't prove he does.
No. And so we're in the impossible situation of having to play it with Derek Nimmo's weighing because he hasn't deviated from the subject on the card, which is Horatio Bottomley.
No, you said it had to be proved. In fact, when you said that
and you
he
can
said
either
the night
prove
he
it
spent...
or disprove it. So
You
he keeps
said
the subject, and there are
said he
6.5
couldn't spend the
seconds
night in
with you,
jail.
Derek Nimmo, on
No.
Horatio Bottomley, starting
The
now.
Horatio Bottomley that I'm talking about, his real name was Nelson Topman, but to be very funny, they called him Horatio Bottomley, which made all the children laugh enormously.
Well, at the end of that round, Derek Nimmo was speaking when the whistle went, gained the extra point. He increased his position. He's now in the lead ahead of Clement Freud, but Kenneth Williams has leapt forward from 4th to 3rd place ahead of Peter Jones. And Clement Freud, you begin the next round, and the subject, very aptly, after all that's just gone before, is bother.
Who?
Can you talk on bother for 60 seconds, starting now?
My first job in the British Broadcasting Corporation was to listen to tapes of other performances and plays, all sorts of records, tapes, and delete such filth as the word bother so that the things would become suitable for all family listening. And bother played a very important part in my life as a result. Hell and damn in those days were perfectly acceptable words, but not bother. I remember particularly...
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
Well, hesitating came tremendously slowly.
I don't think he was. I think he was
going
completely
very
devious. Because
going
if what he's talking
deviation.
about, the days when the BBC wouldn't allow bother, they certainly wouldn't have allowed damn and hell. But you didn't challenge on that. So
I don't want to hurt his feelings. I know how sensitive he is about this.
So 30 seconds still with you, Clement, on bother, starting now.
My children, when I asked them whether they knew Derek Nimmo, said, oh yes, he appears in a program called Oh Bother. And when I explained that actually it should have been Brother, they said, that isn't the man I meant. I thought it was Peter Jones. No. I said no twice.
Derek Nimmo challenged.
He condemned himself.
He condemned himself 15 seconds, or 14 and a half to be accurate, on bother, with you, Derek, starting now.
If I get a great big hammer in my hand and build it on top of my thumb, I go, oh, bother. And pish, I say sometimes if I'm not very careful, and occasionally something even worse than that. And I put my hand over my mouth.
Kenneth Williams has challenged.
5 ands.
Kenneth, I would not allow it against you from all the other three. I've obviously got to allow you to have it against them, haven't I?
No, it was just a trick. You know, I was just trying. I didn't really mean it.
Well, I think that I've been given and your way all the time, so I have 4 seconds on you with bother starting now.
It's when you're irritated by anything in this world, you tend to regard...
Well, at the end of that round, Kenneth Williams moved forward. He's 1 point behind Clement Freud, but Clement is still about 5 points behind our leader, who is still Derek Nimmo. And Peter Jones, will you begin the next round? The subject is When I Was Very Small. Will you talk on that for 1 minute, starting now?
When I was very small, everything around looked enormous by comparison, and tabletops appeared to be just a few inches above my head as I tottered about playing with a ball or rattle or...
Derek Nimmo's challenge.
I don't wish to know that. Hesitation.
Yes. A strange place to hesitate, wasn't it? 44 seconds with you, Derek, on When I Was Very Small, starting now.
When I was very small, I had a Wendy house which was in my garden. I used to retire there with all sorts of chums, and we play games like hospitals and nurses and things. And it was quite near a railway line. We used to pop out and look at the puffer trains going by. I also had a teddy bear called Bobby. And this never left my side until I was called up and had to become a soldier, and the sergeant major wouldn't let me take him with him. But I spent a very happy childhood because I was very small. In fact, so tiny was I that people used to look at me in the street and say, "What a ne'er-do-well, nothing, tiny creature you are."
Clement Freud's challenge.
So I quite accept
Repetition
that.
of tiny.
Repetition of tiny. Very good.
Yes, you were a bit too tiny, I'm afraid. And so Clement spotted it, and he has the subject now, and there are 8.5 seconds on When I Was Very Small, Clement, starting now.
When I was very small, I had a particularly good joke, which was to ask people, why do hummingbirds hum? And the answer was, because they don't know the words.
Just got his joke in before the whistle went, speaking at that particular moment, gained him the extra point, but I'm afraid he didn't manage to catch up on Derek Nimmo, and as we have no more time, I must give you the final score. Peter Jones, in spite of a great flurry at 1 point, unfortunately finished in 4th place, a little way behind Kenneth Williams, who with magnificent style and panache sang and... with a great help from the others, came in 3rd place, just 3 points behind Clement Freud, but he was 4 behind this week's winner, Derek Nimmo. We do hope you've enjoyed this edition of Just a Minute, and from all of us here, goodbye.
The chairman of Just a Minute was Nicholas Parsons. The program was devised by Ian Messiter and produced by David Hatch. We present Kenneth Williams, Derek Nimmo, Clement Freud and Peter Jones in Just a Minute. And as the minute waltz fades away, here to tell you about it is our chairman, Nicholas Parsons.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, and welcome to the first in this new series of Just a Minute. And we're delighted to have our 4 regular, most experienced and most skilled players of the game here to compete against each other and against the chairman, I've no doubt, as usual. They have to speak, if they can, for just 60 seconds on some subject that I will give them without hesitation, without repetition, and without deviating from the subject on the card. Kenneth, the subject is the first of a new series. You have just a minute, and you start now.
Well, the first of a new series, I would very much like all those people listening to be able to see this team sitting so composedly with an audience full of rapt attention, listening to these pearls of wisdom that are going to fall from our lips. As we belong to the EEC, it would be appropriate...
Clement Freud has challenged.
Repetition of E.
Well, that's a clever challenge and accurate one. Clement, you get a point for a correct challenge. And you take over the subject, and there are 43 seconds left. The first of a new series starting now.
One of the most pleasant things about being in on the first of the new series is that one can sit here quietly and appreciate the full beauty of...
Peter Jones.
If you sit there quietly, you can't play this game.
That's a very good challenge, isn't it?
Seems reasonable.
Let me give you a point for a good challenge,
thank you very
Peter,
much.
and you take over the subject, and there are 32 seconds left. The first of a new series starting now.
Yes, it's nice to look at the rest of the artists who are participating because...
Clement Freud is challenged.
If you sit there looking at the rest of the artists, you can't play this game.
It is extremely easy to sit there looking at them and still play the game because you don't have to sit quietly. Peter, I disagree with the challenge, so you get a point for that. And you have 27 seconds on the first of a new series starting now.
It's difficult for me to describe them, except perhaps...
Derek Nimmo has challenged and your light came on.
I'd like to say welcome to a new series.
And what is your challenge?
It isn't a challenge. I just want to say hello. I want to be nice and friendly. No challenge. You don't have to challenge all the time.
Oh, well.
It's the new spirit we've got abroad.
I see.
We'll be jolly and gay and pleasant to each other. Welcome to a new series. I said rather nice.
I don't think that I can give you a bonus point
I don't
for a
want
witty
one.
challenge.
I don't want to... No charity. I just want to say hello.
As your challenge was incorrect and you interrupted Peter Jones, he naturally gets a point for that, and he continues with the subject, and there are 25 seconds left, starting now.
What can I say about these others?
Kenneth Williams has challenged.
Well, all this, what can I say, and these beseechings and this repetition. I mean, he's already said it's nice to be here. I made all those points. I think the subject should be returned to me. I am, after all, the person who was entitled to this in the first place.
What was your challenge, Kenneth?
Well, a deviation.
Peter, you have another point, and you have 22 seconds left. The first of a new series, starting now.
Well, they are available. That's about all I can say about my fellow passengers.
Derek Nimmo's
Repetition of say.
Yes, you did say before.
Yes,
and
it's so long ago that I thought he'd probably have forgotten.
Yes, and it's jolly difficult. Have you been interrupted yourself? And bad luck, Peter, but you have got a lot of other points from them. Derek Nimmo, you have the subject, you have a point, and you have 18 seconds. The first of a new series, starting now.
In 1964, I was present at the Wanderers Ground in South Africa to see the first of the new series. My goodness, what a series it turned out to be. The splendid team that we sent out that year, clad in their white...
Peter Jones.
A repetition of out. He said in 1953 he was out in South
Africa and he was out again there.
Absolutely
and
right.
Peter
Jolly
Jones.
good. What a keen ear he's got.
Yes, and what a sarcastic contestant he's got beside him. 5 seconds for you now, Peter Jones, on the first of a new...
How long?
5 seconds.
5 seconds,
Yes, the first of a new series, starting now.
Well, I would like to say, if it's the last thing I...
Clement Freud challenged.
Repetition of say.
Yes, you did say before, and unfortunately... Clement, you have 3 seconds on the first of a new series, starting now.
I'd like to...
Peter Jones has challenged.
Hesitation. Didn't start quickly enough at all. Terribly slow.
Not for you, Peter, but I'm afraid not enough, quite enough for the game. 2 seconds, Clement, on the first of a new series, starting now.
And therefore I'd like to greet
Derek Nimmo.
I haven't challenged.
It must have been a correct challenge because you said it was
to...
2 seconds and he said nothing. First of all, it was 3 seconds.
Well, that's what I did. Is I pressed my buzzer a moment ago on the say it didn't go on. This time I just had a little tentative one.
Are you blaming your equipment because you're
my
falling
buzzer's
behind?
no good. I've got a faulty buzzer. How can you start a new series with a faulty buzzer? That's what I want to know.
A bad workman always blames his tools.
Your buzzer's perfectly all right.
My buzzer's not working.
Now, my point is...
Yes,
that
what's your point?
Clement had 3 seconds
Yes.
in which to make a speech.
Yes.
And I buzzed hesitation.
Yes.
He then said, now you've got 2 seconds.
But during that
he
second, he
nothing.
said something.
What did he say? Nothing.
He did speak. He had a definite phrase, the full content I can't remember, but he did speak.
You're the chairman and you can't remember what the last speaker said?
It's going to be a rotten series, I can tell you.
I don't know. You know, his buzzer isn't working. You can't remember. What chance have we got?
We won't have a chance in hell if you keep up this much longer. Right, Peter, shut up.
I haven't said anything.
He's losing his nerve.
I'm not surprised.
I said once the four
I
boys
want my
get
buzzer to
together-
be repaired.
I said once the four boys get together, it's all against the chairman. Clement, you've been very, very restrained and very civilized. You have another point and 1 second to go. The first of a new series. Starting now.
The end of it.
Well, that whistle, which is blown by Ian Mester, tells us that 60 seconds is up, and whoever is speaking at that moment gains an extra point. On this occasion, it was Clement Freud, and after about 5 minutes into the show, we got through the first round. The next subject, we are going to start with Clement Freud. It is gravy. Clement... that lovely subject for just a minute, starting now.
Gravy are, or is, the juice, possibly juices.
Derek Nimmer has challenged.
Hesitation.
Yes, because he wasn't sure whether gravy R was correct or not. 55 seconds, Derek, on gravy with you, starting now.
In medieval times, they always used to place the gravy combined with the meat.
Clement Freud has challenged.
Hesitation.
Yes, I give it against you, I give it against him. 52 seconds on gravy with you, Clement, starting now.
I can't get my winkle out, isn't it a doer? I can't get it out with an old pen.
Kenneth Williams has challenged.
Anyone
I
here?
heard out twice.
You did hear out twice, and that's
And
a repetition.
can't twice.
Well, how dare you? What was that, a bit of doggerel? What were you reciting?
It doesn't matter. He was going on gravy.
I see. He was,
Yes,
wasn't
he was dishing the gravy.
I've never
to us.
seen a winkle with gravy.
These little tiny sausages. You always have gravy with them. Kenneth, you have a correct challenge for which you get a point, and you have 47 seconds on gravy starting now.
It is appropriate this subject should come to me, because my dear old friend, Maudie Fittleworth, fun with a Frankfurter, always said there was nothing like a drop of gravy to wash 'em down with. I thought that was excellent culinary advice. I don't think anyone would dare to challenge me on those sort of matters. I have a palate, a very definite taste.
Peter Jones has challenged.
Repetition of very.
I'm
Said
afraid...
very early on.
Yes, you did. I thought he was going to say palate again. Peter, you have
Parrot?
a correct challenge. You have 22 seconds on gravy starting now.
I can give you a very good recipe for ploughman's gravy, which involves cutting up a kidney and a rasher of bacon and some shallots. You put them into an iron pan, allow them to go brown, and then when they have done so, pour in a handful of powdered oatmeal, and then once it has got darker, you pour in...
Peter Jones was then speaking when the whistle went. He gained an extra point for doing so and has moved into the lead, one ahead of Clement Freud. Derek Nimmo, will you begin the next round? The subject is my left Wellington boot. Can you talk about that for just a minute, starting now?
It always, of course, brings to mind that famous Battle of Waterloo, when the Duke, who at that time was Marquis of Wellesley, led the British troops to victory against Napoleon, and then the cavalry was commanded for him by Paget, later to become the first Marquis of Anglesey. And I remember every time I put on my left-hand Wellington boot, this famous victory. Shut up. If I want to say... And then I remember...
Freud has challenged you.
Deviation.
Why?
Shut up. Nothing to do with Wellington boots or what he was talking about.
You have the subject and you have 32 seconds. My left Wellington boot starting now.
When I put on my left Wellington boot, the chairman, who was fighting on the other side, jumped upon his horse and galloped off into the middle distance towards all directions, at which my left Wellington boot came off.
Peter Jones has challenged.
Repetition of which?
Yes, he did say it twice. Try and resist the temptation on some of the smaller words, Peter.
Which
14 seconds.
Which small word? Oh.
On my left Wellington boot with you, starting now.
Almost identical to my right Wellington boot, with the possible exception of the toe cap, which differs in this respect. The right-hand side...
Clement Freud has challenged.
Repetition of right.
Yes, because right is not one of the
No,
words.
it's a five-letter word, like which.
Yes. 3 seconds for you, Clement, on my left Wellington boot, starting now.
The toastmaster came into the arena shouting...
Kenneth Williams, your turn to begin.
Oh, well, I was wondering. You never ask.
Don Quixote or Don Quixote? Whichever way you'd like to pronounce it, that is the subject, and you have just a minute in which to speak on it, starting now.
Well, this was a man who had the illusion that he was part of sort of knight errantry, as you might say, a knight, and I've repeated knight.
Derek Nimmer has challenged.
2 nights.
Ah, but I meant the one with a K as opposed to the one with an N. You see, that's what I mean.
Unfortunately, Kenneth, it is not, it's what you say and not what is written. 50 seconds for you, Derek, on Don Quixote, starting now.
Charles Parker, makeup man extraordinary, had the task of making up Peter O'Toole to play Don Quixote. Sancho Panza, his great chum, once said to him, "Those who have..." And I can't repeat anymore because...
Clement Freud has challenged.
Deviation.
Why?
Well, he hasn't mentioned Don Quixote, and he's trying to make us think that Sancho Panza was a friend of the makeup man. Who is the only person he has mentioned to date. And that is devious.
No, I mentioned Don Quixote.
No.
I was making him up to play Don Quixote.
No, I know you established that he was, in my mind, and after all, Sancho Panza is the...
We are going by your mind now, are we?
It's better than going by yours, Clement. Thank you very much.
Your mother is in again.
I've got port somewhere, Clement. I don't expect any from my so-called friends up here. I think you established that you were on the subject of Don Quixote, so I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You have 41 seconds starting now.
The Man of La Mancha was the name of the musical that was created.
Peter Jones. Hesitation. I would agree with that one, Peter. And you now have 36 seconds on Don Quixote, starting now.
I think he is possibly the most boring character in fiction. This book...
Derek Nimmo has challenged.
I don't.
You just wanted to see if your buzzer was working.
I was actually, yes.
It's working beautifully. You can't get points that way, Derek. Peter Jones gets a point for that
But
wrong
that's
challenge.
not fair. That's
You get a point. It's perfectly fair from your point of view.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I see. But then I've lost the thread, which was pretty slender at the start.
No, you were saying you thought it was boring.
That is one of the problems.
I think it's the just a minute equivalent of bumping and boring, and very boring it is.
I quite agree, Peter. And you have 30 seconds starting now.
It's divided into 3 large tomes, and I don't know many people who've managed to wade through more than 1.5 of them. Because, you see, each chapter involves an adventure which is frequent.
Derek Nimmo challenge.
Hesitation.
Yes, I'm afraid so. 14 seconds, Derek, on Don Quixote, starting now.
The word quixotic comes from Don Quixote or Don Quixote, and it is a kind of expression...
Peter Jones has challenged.
Hesitation.
Yes, I think Don Quixote is giving us a great deal of hesitation. There are 6.5 seconds with you, Peter, on Don Quixote, starting now.
I'd like to be quite sure that Ian Messiter's clock hasn't stopped, or...
Kenneth Williams has challenged.
Deviation, this has nothing to do with Don Quixote.
I quite agree, Kenneth, and you have a point for that. And you have 3 seconds on Don Quixote, starting now.
We have the term tilting at windmills from this, and we also have quixotic.
Well, at the end of that round, Peter Jones got some more points. He's now moved back into the lead alongside Clement Freud. Derek Nimmo's a little way behind in 2nd place, and Kenneth just a little way behind that in 3rd place, because they were equal. And Clement, we're back with you to start, and the subject is the kindest thing I ever did. We'll give you a few seconds to think about that. And tell you to go for 60 seconds if you can, starting now.
If kindness can be measured by helping elderly ladies across the road, the kindest thing I ever did was to assist an incredibly old woman go past a roundabout onto a street, down a lane, into an avenue. She was roughly 93 years old, and her sight as well as her hearing were failing, which is why she didn't recognize me. "Hello," I said to her, and she said, "What did you say?"
And Derek Nimmo challenged.
3 seconds.
Well, 2 would have been enough. There are 28 seconds for the kindest thing I ever did, Derek, starting now.
The kindest thing I ever did was to help an
Kenneth
old...
Williams has
He's
challenged.
going very slow, deliberately. That's what he's doing. I mean, that's just trickery. That's just using oratory as a trick, isn't it? It's a trick.
It is, yes, it is.
He's not making any attempt to convey information. I want...
I don't think he was going slow enough to call it hesitation, though.
I think he's trying to conjure up the picture of this very elderly lady. I think he did it very graphically, really.
Well, I think that he wasn't quite hesitating, so we give him the benefit of the doubt and 25 seconds to continue, starting now.
The kindest thing I ever did was to assist Clement Freud to go round...
Kenneth Williams has challenged.
Yes,
I would agree with
again,
this.
and he's never
exactly
Freud any case.
That's all.
Well, that's all right, but Kenneth Williams now has the subject, and there are 20 seconds left, starting now.
The kindest thing I ever did was to offer to help Derek Nimmo and Clement Freud and Peter Jones to perform in a game called Just a Minute. They welcomed me with open arms and said, on any occasion when misfortune forces us into some
Derek
terrible...
Nimmo has challenged.
Hesitation.
No. Kenneth, you keep going, having gained another point for 3 seconds on the kindest thing I ever did, starting now.
We shall look to you for the humanitarian gentleman you are.
Well, Kenneth got quite a few points in that round, including the one when, for speaking when the whistle went. He's moved forward. He's still, alas, in 4th place, just behind Derek Nimmo. But Derek's creeping up on our 2 leaders, Peter Jones and Clement Freud. The subject is getting across. Would you talk about that for just a minute, Peter, starting now?
Well, I haven't got much to say about getting across. I think I'd better give
Kenneth
it
Williams
back
has
again.
start.
Deviation, if you've got nothing to say, why don't you shut up and I'll do it?
That's
We
why
give you
I
a point because the audience enjoyed what you said, Kenneth. But Peter wasn't deviating from the subject on the card, so it was an incorrect challenge. So he gets a point for a wrong challenge, and he keeps going, starting now.
I remember my first visit to America. I had to go to Southampton and get on a small boat which joined the liner 2 or 3 miles outside owing to some labour dispute at the docks. And when I arrived on the top of this small vessel...
Derek Nimmo, you pressed your buzzer.
Oh, I don't know. It was small, wasn't it? Ship, I don't know, some kind of... I can't remember.
No, he didn't repeat anything. I was listening very carefully.
No, there was a...
I said vessel.
You said vessel. You thought he was going to say ship again. So Peter gets a point for a wrong challenge.
Remember.
And Derek, your challenge was incorrect. Peter has a point. There are 22 seconds left on getting across, starting now. Clement Freud is challenged.
Hesitation.
Yes, Peter.
Is it me?
Yes, it was you.
I thought you were looking at him.
No, it's him now. Clement Freud has a point. And you have 20 seconds on getting across. And I advise anybody who gets started to get across, otherwise they're going to... starting now.
If you serve in the British Army and perform some enormous feat of bravery, you are likely to be awarded the Military Cross, which is known in popular terms as getting a cross. As a result of this, you are asked to Buckingham Palace, and some duty royal attends you, pinning a ribbon onto your left lapel.
Clement Freud, you got another point for speaking when the whistle went. You're 1 point behind our leader, who is Peter Jones. Derek Nimmo in 3rd place, and Kenneth Williams almost equal with him in 3rd place. And Peter Jones, your turn to begin. The subject, pleasantry.
Well, there are those little things, not exactly jokes or even quips, but...
Derek Nimmo challenged.
Hesitation.
Hesitation, Derek. You have a correct challenge, and you have 53 seconds on pleasantries starting now.
What ho, fruit, how frightfully nice to see you. It is a lovely day. Oh, my goodness me, isn't it a long time since we last met? What a jokey chap you are. I know, Freddie, Bertie boy. You're looking absolutely marvellous. Mary, how is your cousin George? Oh, I do remember Auntie Mabel last time she came across the side of the channel. I do think it's quite simply lovely.
Clement Freud is challenged.
Repetition.
Of what?
What? Absolutely right.
He did say it quite a lot, didn't he? Clement, you have a point and 31 seconds for pleasantries starting now.
Come and have tea with me and listen to my doilies is the sort of...
Kenneth Williams is challenged.
Deviation, you can't listen to a doily. I've never held an intelligent conversation with a doily in my life.
No.
The doilies are under cakes, aren't they? Anyway, I've never talked to one.
Or next to carts.
Oh, you mean doily cart. Oh, I see. Oh, you mean you know the family.
Well, Kenneth, we would like to hear from you. And I think that doilies does sound like doilies, and I don't think many people have talked about doily cart as doilies, and Mr. Doily Cart himself would be turning his grey with the thought of it. So, Kenneth, we'll give it to you and say that you have 26 seconds on pleasantries, starting now.
They range from watcher cock,
which of course is pretty rude in the sense of crude, not in any...
Oh, Derek Nimmo's challenged. Rude. Very rude. But as it's the last round...
It was repetition.
No, it was repetition, but it's the last round and you couldn't possibly win even
I
if you
didn't
kept
repeat,
going.
I said rude in the sense of crude. Where's the repetition,
Oh,
dearie?
I'm sorry.
Wash your ears out.
I thought he said rude twice.
I thought...
I didn't, you great fool. I mean, I don't know why he's sitting over there. Why don't I give him an earring aid? Well,
Three of us. I'm afraid most of the audience thought you said rude twice.
No.
Did I?
It's all right. We're all on his side. You don't have to shout for him like that. Even if he said rude twice, I was still going to leave it with him for the end of the show. Because he started. We want you to finish. Pleasantries. 19 seconds. Starting now.
Let all the rest depart, and only some several dukes and I shall in this stately conclave make departure, and thus with all our minds on one intent shall know... I said shall twice.
Why don't you keep going? Clement Freud, what have you challenged for?
3 shells.
All right, we'll have to give it to you because it's a correct challenge. There are 6 seconds on pleasantries starting now.
In the evening, when the lights are dim, and my mother...
Peter Jones has challenged.
Hesitation.
Yes, Peter, you have 3 seconds on pleasantries starting now.
I threw the money on the bed and I said to the girl's father...
Well, we do hope you've enjoyed this edition of Just a Minute. We've really enjoyed playing it. I've even enjoyed them being rude to me for once. It's, I must tell you the final result. Kenneth Williams did do very well at the finish, and he came up into 2nd place alongside Derek Nimmo, which is very good after such a long absence from the game, Kenneth. And Clement Freud was just a few points ahead of them, but he was 1 point behind this week's winner, who was Peter Jones. We do hope you've enjoyed it, because I said we've enjoyed it. From all of us here, goodbye.
The chairman of Just a Minute was Nicholas Parsons. The program was devised by Ian Messiter and produced by David Hatch.